Hello, my name is Latoya. Welcome back to my crafty space, or hi if you're new here. I love making Valentine's Day cards, Christmas cards. Those are like my main jams. I like birthday cards too, but we really have not gotten into birthday cards on my channel, so that'll come along soon. My last video, for some reason, it didn't upload, and then I've been working. I've been crazy busy. This weekend I did 2 12s. I'm pretty taxed, but I came home and I'm about to show you guys this project because I'm really excited about it. Here we are, super excited. I'm really stoked to share this project with you guys. I have to admit, I have been having so much fun, and I hope you guys have also been inspired and enjoying me share these Valentine's Day cards that I've been whipping up. Like I said, we are going to be making Valentine's Day cards sooner on this channel because there has literally been no time in between Christmas and Valentine's Day. Like, I feel like I have so many more cards I want to get out of my system, and I have so many new stamps due to the new releases. I only bought things that I needed. Cough, am I coughing? I'll show you guys my haul. It's a story. Anyhow, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I've thoroughly been enjoying creating, and like I said, I need to do it a lot sooner. So this project is actually a card that I had already created, but it got ruined. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I rescued a card. I know, I'm super excited because it took me forever to Copic color this background here. And just to start off, if you don't know, I absolutely love Stampin' Up! Products. I know you guys might follow me solely for Stampin' Up! Current things. I like to try to make 2 cards per month with current product, just out of things that I love, because again, I don't push sales or anything like that here. I just buy what I love, and Stampin' Up! Is one of the companies that I do love. But outside of Stampin' Up!, there are other companies that oh my gosh, they have a piece of my heart, and I love so many different stamps. My themes are Valentine's Day, Christmas, donuts, baked goods, birthday. Those are like my themes. Oh, Easter, I love bunnies. I have a theme for bunnies. I love bunny stamps. So you will see a lot of different things. Oh, and peppermints. The list can go on, but it'll end pretty quickly actually, because I don't have a lot of things that I love creating for. Anyhow, for this card today, it is not using any Stampin' Up! Product, so I just like to put that out there immediately because some people are looking to see if I'm using current product, and yeah, sometimes they don't care about other stamp companies. So let me show you guys the products I used for this. Alrighty, so let me start off with a small recap. This here was my original card in a nutshell. I had my card like so, and I used this stamp set here. This is the Sprinkles by Brutus Monroe. I used it in my last card. Again, my goal is to use my new stamps. Like, I need to start using things as I get them, so they're not just sitting around languishing. Now, I do have, like, you know, a million other stamp sets that I bought in the past that are languishing, but you guys, I'm trying here, okay? So anyhow, my thing is I need to be able to create at least 3 different cards with one stamp set. It's kind of easy when you have other things that are in the same category and that you can mix and match. And it's also easy if you make sure you like make a little list before you purchase something. So that's the tip. Anyhow, I used this in my last card, but this was my first card that I created. I stamped this out all over to make a background, and I knew I went to Copic color because, oh my goodness, this donut was just saying, please color me. So I put my Copic skills to the test, and I was so overjoyed and delighted with how well I colored these images here. My first time coloring donuts. Again, I don't think I'm like some master Copic colorer. Copic markers are alcohol markers, and if you're into Stampin' Up, there are Stampin' Blends. Those are also just alcohol markers. There's no difference. Copic markers are just refillable. You can change out the nibs, and these bad boys, I've had them well over 10 years. So yeah, they are just, to me, a lifelong investment. And since I already own a number of them, if you can't tell, I don't see any reason for me to switch over to another company. Okay, anyhow. So I went ahead and did all of this work, and I left this blank here because I figured I was going to have like a sentiment or a matting layer here in the middle. Well, as you can see, I ended up putting this here, and I'm not like 1000% in love with this, but I thought that this would do for finishing my card. Unfortunately, when I went to add on my liquid pearls to give my card some dimension, my hand somehow ran across my card and I ruined it. And as you can see, I have like red pieces like all over the place here. And aside from me screaming and wanting to have a breakdown, I was just like, oh my gosh, I was kind of distraught. Now I know someone's thinking like, well, why don't you use enameled dots? That's easier. You won't have a mess. For me to buy liquid pearls, the cost is better than enamel dots. But yes, I do run the risk of ruining a project. However, I'm usually way more careful, and I'm not really sure what I was thinking. I think I was just really rushing. Normally I have like my tweezers or something, and I'm carefully removing my project to the side so it can dry. After some time, I decided to pull this off to see if I can do something with this card. It honestly took me a few days to figure out what I wanted to do, because I needed to cover this up here and this here, and I don't know, nothing was really coming to me until a few days ago. Okay, so one of the first things I did was figure out a new layout for my card that would cover a majority of this here. I decided to go with my tried and true, just like half layout that I've been doing lately. Absolutely love it. I suggest figuring out some layout that you love too, because it'll bring back joy while you work on something that is quite difficult. So I took a piece of plain cardstock and I decided to run that through my old rolled embossing folder by Stampin' Up, because it gives it like that papered bag look. And since we're dealing with donuts, or I'm dealing with donuts, I thought that that look would kind of go with my card and theme. Then from there, I was trying to think like what kind of border I could use from this. And I recently organized my background stash and actually moved it closer to me. Now that that is within arm's reach, literally I just turned to the right, it's right there. So I ended up taking out this stamp set here, and it's called Sprinkles on Top. This is by Paper Tree Ink. And when I bought this, it was literally because I was just like, oh my gosh, look at that. That would make like a super cool background or like a cake. And I've had this for like a number of years. This was from 2016. Tell me why this is my first time playing with this. No lies are told. But I'm really happy that I do have it, because like I said, I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, I need some kind of border. I then decided to just take the sprinkles and color in with my Copic markers where I might need it, leaving this portion here blank, because again, I'm not trying to waste ink, and I knew I was going to have some kind of image or matted layer here in the center. So that little bit of ink adds up. I'm just saying, you can color it all in if you want to, but that also takes time. It would have taken like 10 minutes. So I went ahead and skipped that. So after I did that, I just kind of fussy cut generically it out. And again, you can actually see this is how the stamp is. Pretty cool. It was actually way too long, so I just cut it in half and moved it so that I kind of got where I needed. And then I took just, you know, a piece of cardstock that I have sized for a matte layer. So I used this as like a template, and then I just colored on the sides, and I just decided to do the same colors as the donut sprinkles here. Then from there, I was like, okay, what do I want to do? So I decided, since I'm covering up a lot of the donuts that I worked really hard on here, that I wanted to have another donut as my focal point. And I ended up coloring this, placing it on a matted layer that I matted with Flirty Flamingo. And then I just came to kind of like a stopping point, like, okay, sentiment. I need a sentiment or something. So I brought out this awesome stamp set again. This is Jelly Bean Soup. And again, what is with me in 2016 stamps? I don't know. And this was my first time stamping out this sentiment. And then I ended up using a die to cut out the bottom, just so I can see if I wanted to use this piece on my card. And I actually think I like this. Same goes with the top here. But I don't know if I want this to be in black. Like, I kind of do, but I kind of think maybe brown would be better. I'm not 100% sure. And now I'm kind of like thinking right now, like, I feel like I'm missing something and I don't know what I'm missing. I'm going to assemble this card. Now, one thing I do notice right away is that here I do have some red that is not covered. So I'm probably, if I did a pearl dot, it's not going to cover this whole thing. So I think I might stamp a crumb here and then color it in just to cover that. Perfect, perfect. All right, you guys, so my card is done. I'm super excited. I love how this turned out. I did basically steal the layout from my last card, but that's okay because when we see something we love, we should just go with it, right? I added in, like I said, the sprinkle border. I just went ahead and fussy cut around it just to give more interest to the sprinkles. And I matted the sentiment. On top of that, I took out my Martha Stewart punch and just punched out some red hearts to add to my card. I was going to stamp some hearts and color them, but honestly, after spending time on this donut here, I was over it. I'm like, okay, I don't want to color anything else. I'm gonna go to bed. It's already 1 o'clock. I did a 12-hour shift today. I am like super taxed. Overall, I so love this. I'm so happy I'm playing with my stash and my goodies. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you all do something crafty to make sure I'm happy. Bye.